water gets deeper and deeper as downtown New Orleans continues to flood.
2005 will be remembered as the year the Gulf Coast region went underwater, while the nation watched as Hurricane Katrina delivered the largest amount of devastation the area had ever encountered. Perfect strangers were experiencing something that would forge a common bond between them. Something that 3 years later has opened a door for them to reflect on their past, rebuild their lives in a new city, while renewing their faith and appreciation of life.
I knew eventually a day would come where we would really have to evacuate.
It was just another day for me. So that's why I didn't leave. I stayed there, I was still there. The next day we got up, we were cleaning, picking up, the trash and stuff. And about 10 minutes after we were cleaning up, a fireman came and he said we need to move to higher ground.
Well, I was in part of when the winds came up. It was scary and didn't know whether the trailer was going to go one way or the other. It was shifting and it was kind of turning and doing all kind of, just roundabout stuff. And I didn't know if we was going to make it or not.
Actually, we were elsewhere looking to pursue and purchase property. We came back into New Orleans. In fact, people were evacuating at the time. We then realized how severe this was, so we thought, I and my wife made a decision to leave. But then with the breach of the levee, that was the impact that broke the back.
While listening to the reflections of August 29th, 2005, the day Katrina made her commanding presence known to the region, one will determine one thing: their lives would never be the same as before. Forced to leave their homes and personal belongings behind, residents found themselves in unfamiliar territory, miles away from home and their normal lives. Though their journeys to the Shreveport-Bossier City area differ, the needs were all the same: finding shelter and a way to rebuild their lives.
It was quite what Mary and Joseph went through. There was no room at the mission for us.
A boat brought us to, where was it? The convention center? Brought us to the convention center. It was tons of buses there. And we got in the bus and we were on our way to Arkansas. And we had family here in Shreveport. And the bus driver told us we were not going to stop anywhere. And when we stopped, I got off the bus. It was like 13 of us. We got off the bus. And it was a reporter out there. I was fussing with the reporter. And I said, "Can I use your phone?" And I called my family here. And it was the sheriff department out there. They brought us to the church where our family was at.
Out there at the fairgrounds. And I had bought a 10 by 16 tent, and we lived in it for about 8 months.
But actually, to get to Shreveport, that was a 16-hour journey. Seemed like when we left New Orleans, because we did not get here till the next day. And I believe we actually ended up in Monroe first, and then we ended up here. And once we got here to the church at Union Spring, we stayed at the gym. That was our shelter.
Upon arriving to temporary shelter and housing, residents began seeking help and support of funding, as well as ways to contact family members and business associates. Southern University at Shreveport's Division of Community and Workforce Development was there, extending a hand up through its university's Rebuilding America Partnership, URAP grant through HUD. Participants in the program were able to take advantage of numerous services such as housing and displaced business grants offered through the grant, designed specifically for survivors of Hurricane Katrina and later Rita.
And there were a lot of people coming in and out with information about services and programs. And I heard one evening that there was something at Southern University that we can go and register to let them know that we were here in Shreveport. And I went downtown to the Metro Center, and that's where I signed up at. And I met Ms. Tay and began to find out about all different types of services and programs.
We initially met some people, from Southern that was telling us that they had office location and that they could be very assistful to us. They opened doors, they opened their hearts to us, and they just kind of brought light to what was somewhat a dismal situation.
Though shelter and support for community agencies were a beacon of light, all agree it was their faith that brought them through in such a dark time.
I've been praying, reading my Bible, and getting strength from the Lord. I almost drowned when I was there, because we had to move from house to house because the water was rising, and I went underneath the water. And a lot of people might not believe this, but an angel pulled me up. All I seen was darkness. When I got here, I got baptized also. When I got here, I got baptized. And I tell people, when I close my eyes, I don't see any darkness. After going through the water, being baptized, when it could be dark, but when I close my eyes, I don't see any darkness. All I see is light. Just walk me through it. Yes.
Nearly 3 years later, Southern University at Shreveport is proud to have supported over 300 survivors of Hurricanes Katrina and Rita relocated to the area. They are even more proud to have gained neighbors and friends to the area, but more importantly, to the Jaguar Nation.
It's a blessing that I'm here, but I miss home. But I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back.
But actually, going back is a question that constantly comes up. I plan to continue taking this class that's being offered for starting your own business, and I want to get my own house. So going back is not an option. New Orleans will always be home for me. That's always going to be my comfort zone. But in order for me to do other things, I think I was led here, and this is the place for me to be right now. It's the best opportunity for me and my kids.
It's been a wonderful opportunity.
It's been a blessing.
Yeah, a blessing is a better
It
term.
really was a blessing. At a time where you knew which you didn't have, we have no friends, no relatives. And now we have a family,
Right.
part of the Southern family. Right.
Yes, part of the Jaguar
part of the
Nation,
Southern
and that was
family.
truly, I mean, it's just not only touching, but I want to say exciting.
We, knocked on the door, and we were taken in by Southern. And that is a very good thing.
Southern University at Shreveport welcomes the newest additions to the Jaguar Nation. Southern University at Shreveport. Opportunity starts here.